Welcome to Maine.
This still feels blue collar, working waterfront, really what Portland was.
I'm going to Peaks Island, which is crazy for me as an outsider. It's part of Portland.
I wanted Tom Sawyer, Mark Twain environment, and I got it.
Lobster roll.
I love it here so much, man. Yeah, nah, look at this place.
Basically the Manhattan of Maine right here. You guys are here for the summer working from Eastern Europe. What do you think of the Americans?
These are single family homes. It's always been a very affluent part of the town.
It'd be better if people eating local, not tilapia brought in on pancakes.
What's the drug situation now? Is it getting better, worse? Back in the day, lobstermen could live up here.
Absolutely. There's nothing cheap in Portland anymore.
Here's the gas station on Peaks Island. What's it a gallon? You could sit in a rocking chair in one of these porches and drift off into dreamland.
Don't stay too long. You might want to come out here.
Good morning from southern Maine, downtown Portland. We're gonna check out all of this today. So we're gonna get near the waterfront. That's a totally different neighborhood, some beautiful old homes. And then down here, this is sort of a place in flux, right? You were saying off camera?
That's right. This is Congress Street, the main spine of the city. Got a lot of interesting things happening with it.
Okay, so we're gonna see the good, the bad, everything in between.
I think that's right.
Sweet, let's get out there. Who's this guy?
My son, Ben.
Ben.
How's it going?
What's up?
You guys having a good time?
Your dad's great.
Good.
He's the local legend.
I was like, there's no way Peter's coming to Portland. He reached out to Dad to do a video. So
Yeah, we
I
are.
could jump in here,
It's
so.
true. Well, come with us.
Yeah, I'm happy to.
All right, where we go? We're going to the nice port.
Custom House Wharf is right here.
Okay, let's do it.
This is one of the oldest wharfs here in the city. I love it because it still feels blue collar, working waterfront, you know, really what Portland was.
So it's still happening.
It's still happening.
So like a business like this, the Porthole?
The Porthole is a great local restaurant, great bar scene, great food. It's right here where the lobstermen come in.
Cool little bar set up
It's
here.
a place that sort of brings people together.
So this town is still functioning full on with the lobstermen.
Oh, yeah.
Bringing in the catch.
You can see some of the lobster boats that are pulled up to the pier.
Oh, these guys.
Some of their lay down yard for their lobster traps. We've got the fishing side here.
Yeah.
You look across and you've got condos.
That's what those are.
So, you know, that was a working pier at one point. Now it's condos.
Do you think these guys feel threatened? Like, hey, you know, we've sort of been encroached upon, all this money coming in, now the condos are here.
You know, that's a great question. I'd hate to speak for them. I don't really know. I think a lot of them would say that the tourism is part of what drives their business.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
They feed off of each other. I think we've got to be careful as a state not to drive them out completely, right? It's important to have a balanced waterfront.
Let's try to find one of these guys. Yeah. This area is awesome. So obviously the port here, the water, the boats, and then you have the restaurant. What an environment. This is beautiful. Sit right out on the channel here. Look at that bar right there. That's what you want. Oh, music midday.
We always do live music out here.
Can you hold it?
Yeah, of course.
Always got to tip the musicians, right?
Thank you.
Dude, I watch all your YouTube.
Thank you, brother. I'm watching you.
Thank you, Peter. I appreciate it.
You want to do a shout out to Portland?
Yeah, I love you, Old Port. Keep rocking.
Tons and tons of kids come out here and hang out, and it's a super popular spot.
That's
So,
awesome,
pretty
bro.
cool.
So your generation, you know how they say it's a K-shaped economy?
Yes.
I say it's the K-shaped Gen Z.
Okay.
Here's what I mean.
Yep.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
At 21, you're so far ahead of where I was at 21.
Thank you.
So I find some Gen Z are like,
Yeah.
like really
Yeah.
climbing.
Yeah.
And then others are mashed out in TikTok and somewhat useless.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of
like
distractions.
I feel like there's two trajectories.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
Definitely. I
Like
think
it's like people
all
are
about
really,
balance.
yeah, it's all about balance.
Right, like you can always, like there's a lot of distractions these days, but
And we're all, it's not, it's for everyone.
right,
Yeah,
like even my parents are on Instagram these days, so yeah, so they
Scrolling
can't say
away.
anything to me, right?
How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Good. Were you just out at sea?
Yeah,
How was it?
it was beautiful.
Did you catch much?
Well, we're mussel farmers.
Mussel farmers, okay.
Sure. Put out a bunch of babies today.
Got a bunch of babies?
Yeah. So little baby mussels planted them.
Oh, you plant them out there?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good. Can I interrupt for a second?
That's a lobster? Oh, yeah. Maine's known for lobster, obviously, but there's way more.
Yeah, a lot more, and especially with the oyster industry, which has gone very popular. Like when we go on our boat, everywhere out there there's oyster farms.
So this is a job for a lot of young guys here.
Definitely.
A lot of young people.
Yeah, I think you'd see more young people getting into it too these days. I think, you know, a lot of people are going to college. People who have families that have been in these businesses, it's easier to enter.
Can these guys make good money, you think?
Definitely.
Those things get heavy, huh, with all the barnacles?
Sitting in all winter, so
All winter, huh?
gonna dry it out.
So the industry, it's a good one to be in. Hard work, though, right?
Sure is, yeah. Just a lot of,
Just the price of everything's insane.
just how much overhead there is. People don't really realize, like, you gotta maintaining a diesel engine. It's just every year you have to haul out paint everything, and all these straps need work every year. And the
Yeah.
rope needs work, it chafes.
We're brothers. We've been working together for our whole life, pretty much.
Your dad got you into this?
Yeah. He never owned his own boat, but he did work
So
on the back of it.
you guys own this?
Yes, me and him own this. Yeah.
How's that feel?
It's good. Little fighting here and there, but
Who's the older one?
Yeah.
you go around the white boat at the end. They're an interesting crowd.
Why's that?
We're all just goofy.
You got to be a little crazy.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But it's a good time.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Guys, thank you.
Thank you.
This is great. It's just like
Yeah.
old school port,
Yeah,
right?
definitely. Yeah.
And then it's just loading up here in the refrigerated trucks, taking off.
Yep.
Restaurants around the country, probably, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, shipping all over the country.
Okay, and these guys setting up their nets.
Fishermen, so you have a different perspective.
Different perspective with the fishermen.
They're fishermen, yes.
Okay.
70% of the fish comes in on tankers
They're importing the fish?
yeah. that we're consuming in Maine. They say 70% of it's brought in by,
Oh, okay. Okay, so you really got to know where you're going.
So
you know.
the big building down here, that's a freezer building.
Yeah.
It's in from overseas.
Oh.
Yeah, same fish that we're trying to catch.
It
to feed
hurts
people,
us.
It hurts us.
You know, it'd be better if people were eating local, not
Right.
tilapia brought in on tanker.
Farm fish, farm raised stuff coming from overseas.
I talked to shrimpers in Georgia. They were telling the same story. They have higher standards here. You have higher insurance costs, higher fuel costs. Maybe not fuel costs, but higher costs in general.
Yeah. Plus the regulations, on top of all the costs, they've regulated the hell out of it.
Okay, so what if you were
Just one thing.
if you were boss man of it all? What would you say? No imported seafood or what?
Yeah, we gotta eat local farmers, local fishermen.
I hear ya.
You know, we gotta start building our own in the U.S., not
Start relying on our own selves, not everybody
China.
else.
Support our local economy. That's what it's about. People forget.
Okay, so if someone's a tourist here, some restaurants have the fish that you guys are catching. Others are gonna have import, and you just got to know.
Or ask. You know what I mean? You got to know what to ask.
They'll tell you the truth.
People
Will anybody tell you the truth?
Truth, what's that nowadays?
What's that?
Yeah, it's tough to find, right?
Moral.
So how is it now, say versus 10 years ago, money-wise, doing this?
We're getting paid the same amount for our fish. We're making the same money we did, and our expenses are 3 times higher.
We're getting paid the same that they got paid back in the 60s.
And the regulations are harsher.
Okay, so what do you guys need? Just lower costs in life?
Yeah, well,
People
Drain the swamp.
yeah, that's it.
Like really drain the swamp?
Oh,
Real.
it's gonna take a while, but
Okay, so
it takes longer to fix a problem than to create it.
You always have a market for Maine lobster, right? It's like a super unique product
Yeah,
and
that's
everybody wants to go after it. But for them, like what I was saying, their perspective's a lot different because, you know, their product they're selling, you can source from all over the world.
And legally, the restaurant will get busted if they write Maine lobster and it's not Maine lobster.
I can imagine.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of lobster that comes down from Canada too. We have a
Okay.
lot of Canadian lobster around. They do distinguish between.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, so that's interesting. Lobstermen not under threat as much from seafood from abroad. These guys are.
Yeah, it appears that way.
That I would have. See, this is why I do this, because I
Yeah.
learned. I
Yeah.
had no clue about that.
Yeah, it's interesting too. You can see like across the bay there, it's like $1 million condos, and then obviously on this side.
I'm going there.
Yeah.
To the island. Yeah, I'm going to Peaks Island.
Yep, awesome. So
Which is crazy for me as an outsider. It's part of
Yeah.
Portland.
yeah,
The island is the city.
Yeah, so there's like islands that are 5 minutes from the marina up in Yarmouth that are part of Portland. So it's like kind of
So cool.
depends on where they lie.
So cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. This is Wharf Street.
So this is what everyone's coming to Portland for, right? This is it?
This is it. This is
Yeah.
the charm of the old city, and Got these amazing old cobblestone streets. Cobblestones came over on ballast used in ships coming over from Europe. And when they got here, of course, they needed to get some of the weight off, so they would empty the ballast and they'd use them to build these streets. But then, of course, they would fill those ships up with goods from here and bring them back to Europe.
True story.
True story, I think.
and if he's not right, he'll get shredded in the comments. Some old school Portland guy will be like,
maybe an urban myth, but I'm pretty
he'll be
sure
like,
it's right.
only 2 bricks came over, 2 cobbles.
Yeah. So this place right here has been Amigos, has been a bar here forever. My dad and my mom talked about how they used to go there as a kid. Now me and my friends go. It's just kind of cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
So this comes alive at night. It's quiet right now, but at night.
Packed. Yeah, packed.
Yeah, guys, nice narrow streets down here, beautiful architecture. You can tell it's touristy, obviously. But we're heading up to an area that's not so touristy.
Right, these are kind of more touristy stretches, I'd say, like this street and then commercial down.
How you doing?
Down
Good, how are you?
Doing well. What's going on?
I just wanted to stand in this like sunshine patch right here.
You're feeling it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day and I feel like people are in good mood, so that's a win-win.
You're warming up out of the winter.
Yes,
the winter slumber.
I'm defrosting, thawing.
Take care. Thank you.
Guys, have a great day.
You too. So that's what it is here, right? Like you have long winters.
Yeah, in the winter this is pretty dead.
Now is like right when it's coming alive.
Yeah, cruise ships coming in too. That will come into port, which is pretty controversial, but obviously it brings even more people in. It's pretty dead here in the winter, and obviously a lot of local businesses can struggle. So the more people you can bring in here in the summer, the more economic activity you can drive in the 4 months you have.
Yeah.
I think the better. Just most of these shops along here are locally owned by people that live in Maine, so supports our economy and supports people that live here.
This is the old Portland Press Herald building, Gannett Publishing, and this is where Portland Press Herald was printed for decades. What does it say on here? Built in 1923.
So Gannett started here.
It did, yeah.
Which is a massive conglomerate all over the country.
All over the country of multimedia stuff right now.
So this was the starting point.
The original thing, and then it closed down here. They built another facility out of town, and then this got bought and turned into what's called the Press Hotel. It's really cool inside. It's got a lot of heritage that relates to the printing and the newspapers and the history of Portland.
That's fascinating. A lot of, if you don't know, a lot of the papers around the country are owned by Gannett. Here we have City Hall. Beautiful City Hall you guys got.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
City Hall.
So this is what, the main thoroughfare in all of Maine, right?
This is Congress Street. Yeah, this is like, Portland's Maine's biggest city, and so Congress Street is probably the hub of urbanism in Maine.
This is it. It's basically the Manhattan of Maine right here.
That's it. It's
a little different.
There's mini version. You also do see some of the problems with the city as you walk along Congress Street.
Okay, yeah, like boarded up windows, that sort of stuff.
Absolutely. Not as much activity up here. It seems to be that
totally different feel.
Totally different feel.
Okay, so it had its heyday at one point. Now it's sort of in a transition period, or what?
It's definitely in a transition period.
Okay.
And I think, this city is working hard to figure out how to create interest in Congress Street and bring people up here.
And Ben, are a lot of the guys your age staying around, or are they taking off?
A lot of kids take off. The community is pretty small, which has its pros and cons.
All right.
And I think a lot of kids just kind of want to leave and get a bigger city feel, or maybe just see something new. A lot of kids go to California and the West Coast. I think maybe because it provides like that, it still has the ocean and like that coast feel to it, but it's a lot bigger.
Brad, what's the real estate like right now? Prices as far as residential, buying a place, even an apartment?
Residential price point is higher than ever right now in Portland. It is skyrocketed. It's become a white collar community in that regard. It's really hard for blue collar service workers to live in the city.
There is a bit of a drug scene up here, I can see.
Definitely. I think they kind of get pushed up this way because of the tourist restaurants and shops being down.
Oh, okay.
You have these inlets into shops and whatnot to get out of the weather and some shelter. So,
but I mean, look at the potential here. These buildings are fantastic.
Yeah.
You can't recreate this.
No. And that's what people are willing to pay for. They redo these buildings into high-end condos, and people will pay for this old city charm.
What's up, you guys? What's going on out here?
We just chilling, just talking about random things.
What random things?
We talk about how we love the economy and...
You're loving the economy.
Yeah, I'm just waiting on my Arizona team to go back to 99 cents.
Where's it at now?
Still at $1.50.
Oh wow, you want a big reduction.
Yeah, I want to go back to 99 cents.
What are you guys doing here? Junk removal, basements, attics, garages, apartments?
Yeah, they had a big demo pile up in that building that we just cleared out.
We're making a video on Maine, guys.
Oh yeah, hey, just let you know, shout out to Pittsfield, Maine.
That's where it's at?
Yeah, that's where it really at.
What do you guys think of Portland?
Oh, I love it. I actually love it.
Too expensive.
Too expensive. None of you guys live here?
No, I live an hour north.
I live in Lewiston. Never live in Portland.
I'm going to Lewiston.
Hey, Lewiston's a safe place.
Is it because you're there? Is that why it's safe?
Yeah, I'm there, yeah, because, you know. Hey, you have a good day.
You too, guys. Take care. That's what you're saying. A lot of these guys working here are not going to be living here.
Yeah.
But the money's here for work,
This
huh?
is where all the work is, but they really can't afford to live here.
There was nothing here for 15 years.
Nothing here for 15 years. The baklava, look at that.
Different types of baklavas, so you can try.
Mix it up for us.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Here we go. Okay, you guys are here for the summer working from Eastern Europe. What are your thoughts so far?
We love Portland.
You're loving it.
Yeah.
A lot of you guys over here?
24.
24 of us. J1 visas.
Yeah, J1 visas.
That's cool. So it's like 3 months, summer work job.
4 months, yeah.
4 months. Okay, so good experience, make some money, speak some English.
Yeah.
Hang out with the locals.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Americans? There you go. There's a
We
question.
love the Americans.
You're loving them.
Yeah. You helped us liberate in Kosovo.
1999.
Yeah. We have a statue of Bill Clinton in Pristina.
But okay, other than the geopolitics, the history, being here right now, what do you think of the Americans?
I'm saying everybody we've met is very, very friendly. And learning that we're not from America, that we're Albanians and coming from, they just want to know our history and everything, and that makes us involved in the conversation.
Cool.
And we feel warm welcomed here.
That's awesome. You guys speak great English.
Thank you.
That's an amazing feat. All right, we're gonna try this here. Your dad's a new YouTube food blogger.
He started his own channel.
Yeah, okay guys, so what's going on here? How is
Oh my
it?
gosh.
Really?
We have 3 different kinds of baklava here. It is off the charts. Good. It is really good.
Can you hold this? I'm gonna dive in with
dive
this guy
in.
here.
What do we think?
Killer. Light and flaky. Pistachio on top. And just well layered. You want a good layer going on.
I feel like the pistachio is kind of like a staple.
It is a staple big time.
Yeah, especially, right?
But I've put my time into the Middle East, and it's not the best I've had ever, but it's
Pretty good.
pretty good.
It's my first time.
Probably
so I
some of the
don't
best you're gonna get stateside. But you got different ones too. That's like a chocolate
Try that there.
thing there. I've never seen baklava like this, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's
it's
got a
a
little
lot
chocolate
different.
going.
Yeah.
Like, there's like pudding inside there? Yeah.
Wow.
It's good. I've never been here
intense.
before. Found you the spot.
What's this place called? Y&F.
Y&F.
Y&F. All right.
Yeah.
I'll promote it because it's good. There you go, guys. In Portland, Y&F. We gonna cruise?
We're gonna cruise. We are going to head down to Bayside, which is a cool new part of the city that has been evolving over the last 10 to 15 years. Has really transformed into a nice part of the town and all kinds of little cool things going on down there. And we'll see what we can find.
Let's do it.
And we got to drop Ben off here. on the way.
Ben's out.
I'm out of here.
Get
Get
rid
kicked
of
out.
Where's Ben going?
Doctor's appointment.
Oh, there you go. Good excuse.
Yeah, exactly.
Ben, where are you working? You're dressed so well.
I have an internship at Morgan Stanley this summer, so our office is actually coming up here. I love it. It's a great opportunity and lots to learn, so.
And Brad, you're in construction, right? That's your main gig?
Correct. Yep.
But you also own a bar.
I also own a craft brewery called Brickyard Hollow. Everybody asks me why I got into the restaurant business. I always tell people it was my midlife crisis, but
Do you want a cheaper beer?
yeah. But it's been a lot of
That
fun.
cost a lot.
It's such an interesting change from construction to the restaurant business. It's a completely different dynamic. It's been a lot of fun.
What do you think about Ben going into finance?
he loves it. That's what he wants to do. So I'm thrilled for him, and certainly wouldn't force him down the path of construction. It's been a tough road for me over the years, but no regrets. But it's a hard road.
So this is nice up here. It
gets more residential up here, so
East End and Munjoy Hill area. It's gone from a place that in the 80s you didn't want to walk through the neighborhood, and to now it's the place where everybody wants to be.
It was that bad back in the 80s?
It was that bad back in the 80s. When I started coming down here, everybody would tell me you don't want to go up in that area of town. And
like what? You're gonna get mugged?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think by Maine standards it was a little rough, but I don't think it was terrible. But
yeah, your standards are a bit different because I think this is the safest state in the country.
New Hampshire. Maybe New Hampshire, but it's definitely high on the list.
I think it's one of these three: Vermont, New Hampshire, or Maine.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they're all in the top
they're
three.
All in the top. But the buildings were really run down. Things were in pretty rough shape, and over the last decade, a lot of it's been bought, and all the buildings have been redone, and it's a great neighborhood up here.
Peter,
care, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
nice to meet you.
Appreciate it.
If I can get down to Boston for your book show,
okay.
I will let you know.
Yeah, please do.
I'll stay in touch.
Yeah, your dad's a cool guy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's a future YouTuber.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's
Get him
just
into
say what it is.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you.
Safe travels.
Have fun.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Good kid.
He's a good kid. Easy to talk to, and
he's fired up.
He's always fired up about stuff.
He's optimistic.
Yeah. This building up here is called the Portland Observatory. It's a really old building, and it was used to keep an eye on ships and fishermen going out to sea and then coming back into the harbor. The city has maintained it through the years. It's a cool spot to visit, but you get up there and you can see the whole harbor.
And that's what this part of town was for, I was reading, right? These homes here, the wives who would be looking for their husbands to come in off the sea?
Yeah, a lot of these homes along here, you could go up into these widows' walks, which they call the top floor of these buildings, and you could see the fishermen coming back in from sea.
So what does one of these homes go for here, for example, one of these guys?
Well, these condos could go around the $500,000 for one unit.
Okay.
From there, depending upon the size and quality, but $500,000 is generally a good starting point.
Okay, what about a home here?
Home here is $1 million plus.
Is there any cheap part of Portland or not really?
Not really. There's nothing cheap in Portland anymore. So now as we come down off of Munjoy Hill, you get into the Eastern Promenade, it's called, and you get great views of Casco Bay and the harbor.
You can smell that salty air come in. That is so nice.
Cool breeze off the ocean.
Oh yeah. And this ocean never warms up, does it?
Yeah, about 60 degrees in the summertime. You can swim in it if you're hardy.
And you got food trucks down there?
Great food trucks. This is a great, beautiful park, and really nice area. Yeah.
Oh, I talked to that guy yesterday. Okay. The guy in the lawnmower. Can we turn around? I saw this guy yesterday when I was walking around town. What's up, man?
Oh, what's up, Peter?
Yeah, brother.
How are you, buddy?
Good.
I was literally just thinking about you, too. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm making a video on the city.
Oh, no kidding, really?
Yeah. How's the mowing going today?
Oh, dude, it's wonderful. It's a beautiful freaking day.
Are you loving your job?
Oh, dude, I love it here so much, man. Yeah, nah, look at this place.
Yeah, if you're a dude that loves throwing down lines.
Oh, look at that. That was me right there.
Look at you. Look at how straight those lines are.
It's the best. I mean, it's my way of giving back to the city. I'm outside all the time, working with my hands.
And it looks good. You're doing a great job,
Thanks,
man.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Brett. You too.
Yeah, take care, man.
Keep up the great work, Brett.
Always, dude. You have fun out here.
Thank you.
He's loving his job.
He's loving it. You gotta let, when people love their jobs.
It's awesome, right?
It's awesome.
I know.
Like he was telling me yesterday, he just zones out to music and podcasts.
Yeah. I mean, here's an example, Peter. You can see something was torn down here. It's going to be some very expensive condos. Very expensive, probably $2 million plus for each of those units.
So is that the tension in this town, just the socioeconomics, where you gotta have a ton of money to buy a place or even rent here, and you're losing that middle class, right?
Yeah, I think that's, for me, that feels like the biggest tension around here, is that going from this blue collar, working class, working waterfront city that, was very proud working class, you lose a lot of the diversity that makes the city so cool.
Loses its soul a little bit.
Exactly.
So you're saying back in the day, lobstermen could live up here?
Absolutely. It's been really dramatic the last 10 to 15. So I would say 20 years ago, it was very affordable up here.
They could take their boat out from port there, not far away from here, get their catch, walk home to their home here.
Yeah.
Kids are in school, have these beautiful parks.
Yeah.
I don't have the answer. I'm just, you know, showing what I see, but
Yeah.
I don't know what you do with that. I don't know how you change that. It's just desirable things become more desirable, and then the price goes up. And
That's it. See it over and over again throughout our country.
yeah,
And it's just,
it's
you know,
everywhere.
it's a great place to live. So people want to be here, and it drives the real estate market, and eventually it drives people out.
Yeah.
Fire department's out if you're interested in trying to catch
I
one
was
of those
talking
guys.
to those dudes.
They're always talk.
How you guys doing?
How are you?
Is it busy here or not really?
We do about 20,000 runs a year.
That's busy.
This truck does almost 3,000 calls a year.
You guys are doing more EMT stuff than actual fires, right? Fair to
Most
say?
part, yeah, 'cause of the 20,000 runs we did last year, 15,000 of them were probably EMS calls.
Yeah.
Good 75%, so.
What's the drug situation now? Is it getting better, worse, same?
I think it's a lot better than it used to be.
Cool.
We're not going on nearly as many overdoses as we used to.
We all know it all started with opiates being distributed through doctors, not
Yep.
but it just kind of evolved from there, and then they realized their error, right? So now they're much more conservative with when they prescribe opiates, because opiates lead to people seeking other things when they get
Right.
a prescription. So now, it sounds, in my opinion,
Yeah, so the peak was, you think, 2022?
Maybe. Maine in particular was hit really hard with it.
Well, the city looks great.
thanks.
Nice place you got here.
Thanks.
I always like to get the firefighter perspective because these guys are on the front lines. Many of you know this, but some don't. Not of fires, typically. It's of dealing with overdoses and drugs in inner city areas. So, good news. And this is a trend I've been seeing the last year or two. They're saying overdose is down, not just because of Narcan. They just think like there's less drug usage. Now, I have no way of objectively proving that because it's just word of mouth. But I always think these guys are great resources because they're dealing with it, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like it's all gone away. There's problems, and we see it on the streets here, but the peak was like 22, 23.
Yep.
So,
Absolutely.
good news.
That is great news.
I like to report when things go in the right direction.
I hear that for sure.
Yeah.
This is the Preble Street area. There's a lot of services for the homeless and drug addiction and things like that.
So you can do drugs on the streets in Portland?
You see it all the time. It's certainly not legal, but you know, the police department would probably tell you they're going to deal with what they have to deal with.
Is that a new thing? Has it been going on for a long time?
It's been going on for a while. I would say a lot of changes were made in 2023 with a new mayor. One of his missions was to take care of some of these encampments and help the homelessness situation. But Portland's an amazing city. Obviously, Portland's Maine's biggest city, but some of the next places that you were telling me that you're going to, like Lewiston and Millinocket and Rockland area, this is like real Maine. People always talk about there's two Maines, right?
Yes.
And so this is one Maine, which is essentially Cumberland and York County. There's a lot of commerce, there's more high-paying jobs, there's a lot more going on here. But once you leave these counties, you get into very rural parts of the state.
Yeah, I was told in my research for this, I talked to a lot of people, they said, oh, southern Maine, that's not even Maine, that's northern Boston.
Correct.
They would call it.
Yeah.
So the state does really feel like, I don't know if divided is the right word, but two different states.
Yeah.
From all the people I
Totally.
talked to.
It absolutely does. And it does feel a bit divided at times, for sure. You'll experience it. When you get into rural Maine, there's very little opportunity for new jobs and job creation. It's a whole different way of life. A lot of people go to northern Maine for recreation, and so many beautiful lakes and rivers and mountains. So much to do.
Oh, that's cool. Old gas station.
Yeah.
Now it's a coffee shop or bakery.
Yeah, this is called Tandem Bakery. It's a huge hit here in the city. It's super popular.
This gets really nice over here.
Yeah, now we're coming into the West End. A lot of the West End is dominated by Maine Medical Center, which is, of course, the big hospital, not only for Portland, but really for the state of Maine. It's always been a very affluent part of the town, dominated in the history by sea captains and people that have worked at the hospital.
Okay, so this is prime Portland real estate here.
Yeah,
some of it.
Exactly. These are single family homes.
Beautiful landscaping.
Yeah.
Look at that.
It's gorgeous.
Look at that tree. I mean, you just feel like you could sit in a rocking chair on one of these porches, right? And drift off into dreamland.
Yeah. Today has been really eye-opening for me. You kind of get caught up in your daily routine around the city. I gotta say that I'm pleasantly surprised of our tour of Portland. You don't see the forest through the trees sometimes, you know? And
right.
Today was kind of eye-opening. I expected to see...
Sorry, I'm blowing your story right there. They're doing fentanyl right in there. Sorry.
It's all right. It's all good. But I mean, I expected to see a lot worse down here today.
Okay. Now back to the waterfront.
To Commercial Street.
Hey, they let me use their restroom. What is that? Portland Lobster Co. Great guy there. So shout out to him. And Brett, you're a very humble man. You didn't want to show off your business. And your son was saying to do it, and I'm saying to do it. Can we see it?
Yeah, we'll take you by there.
Because sometimes, you know, I try to avoid people that are like, hey, promote me.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Because that's not what my audience wants.
Exactly.
And then the ones that are doing the opposite, then I really want to promote them.
Well, we appreciate it.
It's good reverse psychology.
That's right.
If it was on purpose.
Yeah, we appreciate it, for sure. Brickyard Hollow Brewing Company.
Brickyard Hollow Brewing Company. Can we jump in?
Yeah.
Oh, this is cool.
Our big thing is craft pizza. Hey, Nate. Hey, Kyle. How are you, bud? Our big thing is craft pizza and craft beer. That's what we're known for. We use this bottoms-up system. So these glasses have a magnet on the bottom. You put them down here, and they fill from the bottom.
Get out.
So it reduces the amount of waste. You're not pouring foam down the drain.
See, your taps are down here.
The kegs are all underneath there. Your taps are in here. So you hit this, you put it on, and it just automatically fills.
Can you show the process?
This is Peter.
How you doing, Nate? Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Can you show us how this system works?
It's basically a regular pint glass, hole in the bottom, metal hole, magnet. Magnet goes in. Center it down there. Put her on.
Get out of town. Is this? It's been that long since I've been to a bar, or this is pretty rare.
It's pretty rare.
Okay.
It's a new thing. They're slick, but yeah, not everybody has these things.
There you go. Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
World Cup.
World Cup going on. This place will be jamming in here. This is a great event room that we have here, so you kind of can shut people off. We have private events in here.
Yep.
Different things like that, but yeah, cool space.
Awesome. Brad, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
You got to go, I
much fun.
understand. Thanks for your
So much
time.
fun.
I'm going to get off Peaks Island.
Peaks Island.
Okay.
It's going to be awesome. It's a great place.
And I just take the boat over here.
Casco Bay Ferry Lines. They'll take you right there.
Good
Have
stuff.
fun.
Thank
If
you.
you need anything
Thank
else,
you.
just give me a shout.
I will. Appreciate it.
Anything I can do to help.
Here we have Fort Gorges, built around the mid-1800s to defend Portland Harbor.
They checked here before.
They were checking the immigrants here?
Yeah, before putting to the land.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Thank you. So this thing was built right after the Confederates came up here and attacked Portland, 1863, but it never saw battle. This is Portland here. This is Portland here. Also Portland. So 8 islands fall in the city limits.
Yeah. I lived there for 16 years.
So Peaks Island began as a working island tied to fishing, farming, and harbor life, then became a major summer resort in the late 1800s. So everyone started coming out here. At its height, it was called the Coney Island of Maine for its hotels, theaters, and crowds. Okay, immediately get that feeling of island vibe. Not like Portland is really fast-paced to begin with, but let's cut into some of these streets here. And that's what you want here on the island, is a golf cart. Cute little homes. So I was talking to a guy before boarding the boat. A lot of people are just coming out here for 4 or 5 months, coming out, enjoying the nice weather, heading off somewhere else. And he said his father-in-law bought a place out here for $2,000 back in the 70s. He said it's worth about $700,000 now. So I don't think there's anything cheap out here, because the New Yorkers, he said it's not just Mainers or people from Boston anymore, it's the New Yorkers found out about this place and are coming up here. And more full-time residents, because Mainers that used to come out here, a lot of them can't afford owning 2 homes, 2 insurance policies, 2 property tax payments. So they've winterized their homes here and now just live out here full time. Beautiful place. I love the dirt road. Listen to that. Yeah, that's what you want this summer. Have a slow breakfast, a slow morning, read a book, spend some time at the water. A Land Rover? Yeah, Land Rover, look at that thing. That is classic. You've been out here 33 years?
Yeah.
Okay, what's it like living out here?
Well, it's like living on a big campus. At first there's an edge for newer people, but after a while it's a very tight-knit community. Everyone will do anything in a second to help each other.
How many of you guys here full-time?
About 950 people full-time.
Okay.
And you know, without visitors. But I came because I wanted my sons raised here. The school does well. My mother was a Vermont teacher.
You have your own school out here?
Yep.
Elementary, high school?
Pre-K through 5. In 6th grade, they go to a middle school, and there's a bus waiting at the boat when they get on the other side.
They got to take the boat into mainland Portland.
Once you get into 6th grade and junior high school.
Okay.
But the school now, over here, we have a full-time fire, rescue, paramedics, police.
That's cool.
All Portland, because we are a neighborhood in the city of Portland.
It's so wild, huh? Not for you, you're used to it, but for an outsider, I wouldn't think these islands would be Portland, right? But they are.
Well, you wouldn't think. I mean, there's a lot of very intelligent people out here, well-educated, incredibly well-rounded musicians, architects, biologists, physicists, you know.
You liked raising your kids out here?
Yeah, oh, there's no question. They fish and water, I mean, sail. I wanted Tom Sawyer, Mark Twain environment, and I got it.
Is it still like that?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Don't stay too long. You might want to come out here.
My wife would love it. I would love to just get out here for a couple weeks. What's the origin story? How'd you guys get out here?
There was an article in Yankee magazine probably in '90, and my grandmother saw it, and she knows that my mother loved, we used to vacation in Kennebunk and Algonquin. So my parents came over for a visit. The article's about Peaks Island, obviously. They came for a visit, met a realtor, put a deposit on the house, went back to Burlington, Vermont, put the house on the market, and moved over. We were living in the Adirondacks, and we were headed for California, but my mother talked my ex-wife into moving here. She's still here, and we're all very, we all are very close.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, she's from Sacramento. She won't go back now.
Let me ask you this, when you're in such a small environment like this, it's great, everyone's got each other's backs, or you're helping each other out. But the other side is everyone knows your business, right?
There's a lot of misinformation. There's some judgment made.
Okay.
And there's a little bit of size, but if in the end, if someone, even if they haven't been getting along for 10 years, people would help each other out.
Something happened, you guys are coming together.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And you probably have no crime out here, or next to nothing.
No, there's an occasional drug problem. We've had several overdoses.
Oh.
There's petty theft. There's something, the best thing to check is next door. There's a posting about someone put a rock through an excavator, and they think it's because it was down on the beach. there's this resentment about equipment being on the beach, and somebody put a rock through the window of the
Okay,
excavator.
but we're talking rock through the window on the excavator is a big thing out
But
here.
there's other things. There's other pranks that'll happen like that. There's petty theft, bicycles. I lost a dinghy one time. I blame it on someone visiting, and I put it in the back of their truck and take
Right.
off with it.
But it's hard on an island to steal things because everyone knows where it ends up eventually.
Yeah.
You're not having a serious violent crime out here.
No. There's like a minor microcosm of the crime that happens in Portland happens here, but it's far less and less severe.
Do you guys call yourself Portland?
Yeah, we kind of have to. If you have a building permit out here, it's completely under the auspices of the Portland Code Enforcement.
Do you guys want to break free and be your own thing, or do you like?
So in '93, when we moved here, there was a vote for secession.
Okay.
Peaks didn't make it, but Long Island did make it, and they seceded. So they've been their own island away from Portland now for 33 years. Their taxes are probably a third of what ours are.
Oh, that's
they
interesting.
do well enough. I mean, there's a number of people that wanted to secede, but it would be a big change.
Yeah. Okay. Great meeting you.
Enjoy
Appreciate
yourself.
it. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm just walking around these streets. They're beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
I see why you fell in love with it.
Yeah.
Take care. What a nice guy. Here's the gas station on Peaks Island. What's it a gallon? $6.75. And on the mainland, Portland, I believe I saw $3.80, something like that. So obviously a premium out here to get it to the island. Island life, things are always more expensive. And it's quiet. Peaks Island Elementary School, established 1832. That's what I love about places like Maine. Europeans or many people, you're like, oh, that's not that long ago, but well, compared to the West Coast, that's a long time ago. There you go. Like the gentleman said, he raised his kids here, school was great, and you can live that Huckleberry Finn lifestyle. Check this out, you can see right between the homes, these beautiful vistas, all the sailboats out there, looking back at the city, even though technically we are in the city. All of these homes have unbelievable views. There you go, there's a nice big opening. Well guys, I'm getting hungry here and done a fair amount of walking. There's plenty more to see. I believe there are sand beaches. Don't know the name of this island, but that's another island over. Separate boat takes you there. And there are a few of these out here. Peaks being the most populated. The goal is to find some seafood, some lobster hopefully. Hey guys, are they closed?
Yeah.
Oh.
Everything closes early.
They are closed? Oh yeah.
6:30.
There's
one thing about
the food stops.
I think the inn is still open.
Right here, they might be open.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Thanks, you guys. I mean, the lobster. Did you have some of this?
I've got one coming. I'm looking at yours, I got one coming.
But I sat down way later than you, right?
Well, yeah, that was mine.
All right, here we go. Lobster roll.
Oh, let's go.
Let's roll with this.
Yes, sir. Warm. It's good.
Tender lobster, buttery.
Oh, yeah.
Nice soft bun. Yeah, this is working.
Might work.
The light hitting it just perfect. Touching the white of the lobster. Perfect evening in Maine. All right, guys, we've come to the end of the road today. And like so many of these videos I make across the country, I leave the day saying, wow, I didn't know it was like that. and Portland is now on that list. And this is the start of a greater Maine series. 5 videos from different parts of the state, totally different stories, going all the way north to the Canadian border and everything in between. I gotta get on this boat. Thanks for coming on that journey. Until the next one.